This is Yumble from CNC. What's on my newsfeed? For us who live in California, there is actually a petition to recall Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. And of course, all Californians out there, I want to hear your comment. I want to see what you think about it. I mean, we have seen our governor, of course, a lot of people, he didn't handle properly the COVID-19 crisis. And we see the governor pretty much telling people to stay home and not to get it together. But he went to party, and we realized that party pretty much was a party where he was actually a person who donate for his campaign, gave him a lot of money, I think $500,000 or more. But the thing is, like, you're telling people to stay home. Why are you not staying home? You're telling people not to do parties or big dinner and all that, closing out the restaurant. But the governor himself was having a good time, having a good party. But anyhow, what caught my eyes from my news feed was this video from Fox News that we're going to watch right now. And Fox News actually received or hosted Tammy Bruce, who was part actually of the recall of Governor Gray Davis back in 2003. So let's listen to her, what she said. Let's listen to Tammy Bruce.
To oust Newsom proved to be successful. Let's ask the woman who was part of the Golden State's 2003 Governor Gray Davis recall, Tammy Bruce. Tammy, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for joining us.
Same to you. My pleasure. Great way to start the new year.
It is indeed, and I think this is a story that's really going to gain steam. Now, since 1911, I believe it is, 55 times Californians have tried to recall their governor, but only once was it successful. You were a part of it in 2003 in recalling Governor Davis. Of course, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger out of it. What do you see in parallels between then and now?
Well, that was a real populist effort. It was obviously thousands of people involved in organizing. But the similar thing is, of course, the people of the Southwest, the people of the west of this country, really still are revolutionaries. We all are at heart, right? It's in our DNA. But I think that what Californians, while all Americans are generally, of course, tolerant, we're quiet people, is that what they don't like is unfairness. They don't like being lied to. None of us do. And that's what Gavin Newsom did. That's what Gray Davis was doing to the state as well. Also, negative impact on the economy. So this is really a nonpartisan issue. So I think that they can have success. I certainly hope they do. Schwarzenegger was not a success. So my only warning is when you do this recall is make sure that there's a lot of thought put into who it is that's being encouraged to run. There were over 60 people, by the way, Griff, who ran for governor on the same ballot as the recall in 2003. It was a fabulous experience. It was a nonpartisan race. And we know that the process worked well. But I think that this is a warning to everyone. It's the economy, the handling of COVID, the corruption, this lobbyist guy. Californians don't like it, and I think they'll be successful.
And it's fascinating. In 2003, of course, Davis was dealing with an energy crisis. His failures there led to the recall. Now we have Newsom and his failures in handling COVID-19. How close, though, is this to actually succeeding, Tammy? Because we know you need 1.5 million signatures. They've got a little over 800,000.
That's right.
We just saw our first Irvine-based consulting firm give $500,000 to this effort. How likely is it to succeed?
Well, the campaign itself has noted on social media that a lot of that money that we've heard, these big donations, which are good, are not in cash somehow. And they need paid circulators. That's what our experience was in 2003. The populist base, the grassroots base is great in distributing, but you need an organized, paid circulator framework. Money is needed. This can be done, but they don't want people to think that that big news about this great support it makes it done. It's not done. We have to start. They have until March. That's not a lot of time. We've got to get this done. It is the very least that Americans can pull off, and we've done it before. And so keep that in mind. But they can do it. They need to get past the 1.5 million, of course, because some of those signatures won't be good. And they realize that. But it certainly is a doable framework.
And Tammy, just in the time we've got, about 30 seconds left, how important is it raising questions about the governor's ties to this lobbyist Kinney that he was at his 50th birthday party at the French Laundry?
Yeah. Well, you know, I equate corruption with being like a bag of potato chips. You don't do it just once. right? You keep going. In this case, it's like a pile
There you go.
of trash.
Sitting at dinner table with a lot of people.
You don't dig through the trash to find the sweet-smelling roses. There's more underneath. He lied when he ran for office about the death penalty, as an example. He's been a failure at governing. And now you've got a guy who's been with him for at least 14 years.
All right, so anyway, so that was Tammy Bruce. She was part of the recall for Gray Davis back in 2003. As you can hear what she's saying, they're trying to gather so many signatures for the petition to recall the governor, Newsom, Gavin Newsom. So, I mean, what do you think? The thing is, like, again, this is California. The California is known for activism. California is known for people who drink coffee with an alternate milk, coconut milk or soya milk or anything like that. So we are known for a lot of stuff. That's usually it's not usual for any other states, but only for California. So if you don't please them, California pretty much will boot you out, and that's what they usually do. We saw that, of course, with Gray Davis, and we saw that with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it was not really that recall. But you know, he took the recall from Gray Davis, became the governor. Well, I disagree with Tammy Bruce saying that Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't do a good job. My opinion is he did. It was hard for him to do the job because he was not a politician. My problem was that he had to deal with this politician in Sacramento, and that was a very hard situation. But when you look at it, Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the few governor who kind of changed so many things in Sacramento here in California to make sure that California stays alive and that we use our money the proper way to the proper channels. That's what he did. So I disagree with Tammy regarding that the governor Schwarzenegger didn't do a good job. I believe he did a fantastic job. So what do you think? Again, this is something that California need to put a comment. I want you to talk to me. Tell us, what do you think about Gavin Newsom? Is he doing a good job? Are you happy the way he handled the crisis, the coronavirus crisis? Are you happy the way he's telling you to stay home, but he's going out there partying with people, his friends, and getting a lot of $1 million in his pocket for his campaign? Are you happy the way he's handling your health crisis? Are you happy the way he's handling the economy here in California? Because don't forget, it's the fifth economy in the United States or in the world when it comes to it. So I want to hear your comment out there. Again, this is Yumbo from CNC. That was on my news feed, and I will bring you more. Follow us on Facebook. Thank you.